Have you ever watched your whole life disappear piece by piece right in front of you? I did. I had to sell everything in my house. The car, the TV, the furniture, one by one, gone. I remember standing in that empty room staring at the bare walls that once held memories. Laughter, dinners, birthdays. Now, nothing but silence. Then the letter came and the bank was taking the house. I begged. I tried to delay it. It didn't matter. They took the keys. They took the place where I built my life. My wife filed for divorce. My kids left with her. And just like that, everything I thought I was, a husband, a father, a provider, was gone. I was broke, alone. No bed, no home, no plan. I slept next to a subway station, cold, hungry, invisible, watching people walk past me like I didn't even exist.
I was homeless. I slept on the street next to a subway station. The nights were the worst. Cold concrete under my back, trains screaming by, metal against metal. Every time one passed, it felt like a piece of my old life was being ripped away. I used to ride those same trains to work. Now I was sleeping beside them. I'd watch people rush past, suits, phones, bags, all going somewhere while I had nowhere to be. They wouldn't even look at me. I was invisible. The city lights didn't feel bright anymore. They just reminded me of everything I lost. My hands cracked from the cold. My stomach ached from hunger. My clothes smelled like rain and dirt. I'd sit with my back against the wall and stare at my reflection in a puddle. And I didn't see a real man anymore. I saw failure. I saw a man who lost everything he was supposed to protect. I saw a man starting to lose himself.
But somewhere in all that silence, something inside me woke up. I don't know if it was anger, pride, or pure survival. No one's coming to save you, not your friends, not your ex, no one. This is it. It's all on me now. I could keep sitting there waiting for life to show mercy, or I could stand up and take it back. And that night, sitting by the subway, I made a promise. I don't care how long it takes. I don't care how hard it gets. I will never live like this again. I wiped the dirt off my face. I stood up and I started walking. No plan, no money, just one thought in my head. This is where the comeback begins.
The next morning, I woke up with nothing, but I felt something I hadn't felt in a long time. Fight! I started walking the city looking for any kind of work. No car, no phone, just a tired man who refused to stay down. I got rejected again and again. Nobody wants to hire a guy who looks broken, but I kept asking. I kept showing up. Finally, one man said, "You can sweep the floor." And I said, "I'll do it." That broom became my weapon. I cleaned like my life depended on it. I worked long hours, took short breaks, and said nothing. I showed up early. I stayed late. Every dollar I earned was a piece of my life coming back. I ate cheap food, saved every coin, slept wherever I could. Some nights I'd fall asleep on a bench, but I was no longer the same man who sat by that subway. I had purpose. Every blister, every bruise, proof that I was fighting my way out. Day by day, I started to rebuild. I got stronger. I learned new skills. I learned discipline. And for the first time in years, I started to believe again.
And when you start believing, the world starts to shift. I wasn't just cleaning floors anymore. I was cleaning my life. Every job I took led to another. Every skill I learned opened a new door. I stopped thinking like a victim. I started thinking like a builder. I saved every dollar, read every book I could find. I studied money, discipline, mindset. While other people slept, I worked. While they spent, I saved. While they complained, I executed. Slowly, painfully, things changed. My first real paycheck. My first small room where I can sleep safe. And I remember lying there, not proud yet, but grateful. I built that moment with my own two hands. No help, no handouts, just hunger. And that hunger never left. Because once you crawl out of hell, you never forget what the flames feel like.
The grind didn't stop. It got harder, but I didn't care because I was built for it now. I took every lesson, every failure, every rejection. I started seeing opportunities where I used to see walls. I learned to sell. I learned to lead. I learned to think like a real man. I moved from cleaning floors to managing them, from taking orders to giving them. I started saving real money. I started building connections. I started building me. People who used to look past me now looked up to me. And the same streets that once watched me sleep were now the same streets I drove through in my Ferrari. The man who once had nothing was gone, and in his place, a legend was born.
People see the car now, the suit, the smile, the success. They say, you're lucky, but luck didn't build this. Pain did. Every scar, every sleepless night, every moment I wanted to quit, that's what built me. I lost everything, my house, my family, my pride. But I gained something far more powerful, the man I was meant to become. Because that's the truth they never tell you. Sometimes you have to lose it all to find out who you really are. If you're watching this and you're at your own rock bottom, remember this: no one's coming to save you, but you don't need them to. Everything you need is already inside you. You just have to stop waiting and start moving. Stand up, wipe the dirt off your face, take the first step. One day you'll look back at the pain you're in right now and you'll realize this was the moment you were reborn, the moment the weak version of you died and the real one finally stood up. So don't run from your rock bottom. Use it. Build from it. Because one day they'll look at you and they'll say, he made it.